It's 2 a.m. Everyone's asleep, except you. And your brain, it's throwing a full-blown festival of thoughts you didn't ask for. Conversations from 3 years ago, things you should have said, things you wish you hadn't, plans for tomorrow, fears about next year, that one embarrassing moment from middle school. If that sounds familiar, stay right here, because what I'm about to tell you might finally make sense of why your mind won't let you rest. Here's what most people don't understand. The thoughts that keep you up at night, they're not random. They're not just anxiety. They're not even really about the things you think they're about. They're about something way deeper. See, nighttime is when the world goes quiet. No distractions, no notifications, no people needing you. Just you and your thoughts. And for some people, that silence is terrifying. Because during the day, you're busy, you're moving, you're performing, you're being the version of yourself that everyone expects, the capable one, the one who has it together. But at night, when there's nowhere to run, all the things you've been avoiding come rushing back. And your brain starts asking questions you've been too afraid to answer during daylight. Am I doing enough? Am I on the right path? Do people actually like me, or are they just being polite? What if I'm wasting my life? What if I'm not who I thought I'd become? It's not overthinking, it's unprocessed emotion finally demanding to be felt. Here's the thing. People who think too much at night are usually the same people who feel too much during the day, but never show it. They're the ones smiling through stress, saying they're fine when they're not, holding space for everyone else while quietly suffocating under the weight of their own unexpressed feelings. And because they never gave themselves permission to feel those things in real time, their mind does it for them later. When they're alone, when they're tired, when their guard is down. It's like your brain is saying, you ignored me all day, so now we're gonna have this conversation whether you like it or not. And the cruel part, the more you try to stop thinking, the louder it gets. You tell yourself to sleep, to let it go, to stop spiraling. But your mind doesn't work that way. Because those thoughts aren't the problem, they're a symptom. They're a symptom of living a life where you're constantly moving forward without ever pausing to check if you're okay. And I know what you might be thinking. So what? Everyone overthinks sometimes. Yeah, but not like this. People who think too much at night aren't just reviewing their day, they're replaying their entire existence. Analyzing every choice, every word, every version of themselves they've ever been. They're stuck between who they were, who they are, and who they're trying to become. And at night, those three versions collide. And here's where it gets really interesting. A lot of night thinkers are high achievers, perfectionists, people who care deeply about doing things right. Which sounds like a good thing until you realize that caring that much means you're never satisfied, never at peace, never convinced you've done enough. So your brain keeps running, keeps searching, keeps solving problems that don't even exist yet. It's exhausting and it's lonely, because how do you explain to someone that you're tired from doing nothing but thinking? But here's what I need you to understand. If this is you, you're not broken, you're not weak, you're not losing your mind. You're just someone who was never taught that rest isn't something you earn, it's something you need. You were taught to hustle, to grind, to keep going, but nobody taught you how to stop, how to sit with yourself without judgment, how to be still without feeling guilty. And so your mind fills the silence with noise, because silence feels like failure, like wasted time, like proof that you're not doing enough. But what if the silence isn't the enemy? What if it's the answer? What if your brain isn't punishing you at night, What if it's trying to tell you something you've been too distracted to hear? Maybe it's saying slow down. Maybe it's saying you don't have to have everything figured out. Maybe it's saying the life you're chasing isn't the one you actually want. Or maybe it's just saying, hey, I'm tired and I need you to take care of me. Because here's the truth. You can't outrun your thoughts. You can't ignore your way to peace. You can't think your way out of overthinking. The only way through is to stop treating your mind like the enemy and start treating it like a part of you that's scared and needs reassurance. And that means giving yourself permission to feel without fixing, to think without solving, to be messy without apologizing. It means creating space during the day to process what you're going through, so your mind doesn't have to do it at 3 a.m. It means being gentler with yourself, kinder, more patient. Because the thoughts that keep you up at night, they're not there to torture you. They're there because some part of you is asking for attention, for care, for a moment to just be human. And maybe if you start listening during the day, the nights will finally get quieter. So if you're watching this at 2 a.m., unable to sleep, stuck in your head again, I want you to know something. You're not alone, and you're not too much, and your mind isn't broken. It's just trying to protect you the only way it knows how, and that's okay. If this made you feel something, save it, share it with someone who gets it, or just leave a comment so I know you're out there. Because sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is remind each other that we're not the only ones awake at night, thinking too much, and trying to figure it all out.